Hello, it's Naseri back on your screen. So how do you deal with a patient's passing, meaning a patient's dying or a patient's death? How do you, as a CNA or a nurse or anyone in the healthcare sector, how are you going to deal with this? Come back, let's talk about it. So, Jayla Banner. Hello, Jayla, my sweetheart. You're one of my students. For those wondering, who's Jayla? Jayla is one of my students, and actually my last class. And she wanted me to talk on this topic. And we talked a little bit about it in class, but then I promised you that I was actually going to say something or teach about it in my YouTube channel. So, Jayla, I hope you're listening. And after listening, go ahead, pass it on to those of your colleagues that also don't know how to deal with situations like this. First and foremost, what you need to know is CNAs, nurses, whether you're RN, LPN, or LVN, doctors, PAs, nurse practitioners, it doesn't matter who you are. We're all human. So what am I trying to say? When there is a passing, when someone dies, there is usually a feeling of sadness. So we're not made of stone or brick or iron or steel. We have feelings. And whether people like to believe it or not, actually, I don't know who denies this. There are some patients you're closer to than others. And when they pass away, when they transition to, they die, you feel pain. Now, I, for one, have felt pain when some of my patients have passed on, and I have cried. Surprise, surprise. Actually, no. People do cry. Doctors cry. CNAs cry. Sometimes a group of people will, come together and just cry the passing of some person that everyone likes, So I needed you to understand that. And for anyone who's wondering, how do you deal with it? You can cry. It's okay. Jayla, when you asked me, because you felt that you get really close to people and you didn't think it was okay to cry. And I said, it is okay to cry. Go ahead and cry. The only thing is you're not going to be crying more than the family members because you're supposed to be their strength. You're not going to throw yourself on the floor and start wailing and hitting your head on the wall. You won't do things like that. What you can do is, you will excuse yourself and go to the bathroom. And I've done that before. During report, they told me a certain patient passed on, and I was really, really fond of this little lady. Anytime I worked with her, I made sure she was eating, I made sure she was drinking, because she was a fall risk, and it just hurt me so badly when I found out that she died, because she died on one of my off days. And sometimes those things happen when you're off. And when I came back to work, they told me so-and-so died. I had to quickly expose myself, and I ran to the bathroom and I was really weeping. Because in a way, she kind of reminded me of my mother towards the end, how helpless she became. And I called my husband, and he pretty much just helps me through that pain of hearing the news and finding out that this lady passed on. So I did a good crying bit there. I did. I really, I cried, and I was like, oh my God, I wasn't ready for that. It's only natural for you to feel that way, as long as you're not making it about you. Okay, as long as you're not screaming, why, oh my God, and drawing attention to yourself, because again, the family members are looking towards you for strength, okay? But that doesn't mean you're a man of steel. You're not Superman, okay? Or Supergirl, okay? So it is okay to cry. It is very, very okay to cry. Doctors cry. It's not easy to give bad news. Nobody wants to be giving bad news, and that's the truth. Who wants to be giving bad news, So there are times when you've believed with people that people are going to get healed, and your patients, for whatever reason, don't make it. It's bound to touch you. If you're human, it's bound to touch you. Now, are you going to react to every transitioning of your parents this way? No. Some are just like, okay, well, matter of fact, it's life, and they've moved on, they've passed on. But then others hit you more than others, and those are the ones that it's okay to cry. I mean, it's happened, you're wiping tears away, or you pause, and your colleagues actually understand. It's only human. There's no one who's going to be laughing at you and thinking and saying that, oh, you're not supposed to be doing that. If anyone does that, they're evil. Oh yes, you can quote me. They're evil. So it is okay to cry. Sometimes we form attachments. So if doctors can do it, doctors who have a God complex, I say this all the time. But then I'm not the only one who says it. But if doctors can cry, the aide can cry. Okay, nurses cry all the time. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong. It just means you have that compassionate heart. Okay, we want people to get better. We don't want people dying. Even when we know they're gonna die, sometimes it hits us. Okay, so I hope you got value from this episode. It's okay to be human when someone transitions. Okay, so until I come your way again, please hit the notification bell if you haven't done so. Give me a thumbs up. It actually helps me with YouTube, and come back for more videos. So I'll see you in my next video.